Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming today and investing your time in our seminar today, Sales Academy 2012. We're going to do a little talk about little voices. Okay, so hands up if you've ever been to one of my workshops before. No? Hands up if you've been in 4M for a number of years. Yeah, you might have seen me doing a foresight on this about 5-6 years ago if you're in 4N at that time. If not, my name's Adam Brooks and I'm 100% abnormal. I'm proud to be. Now, if you go on Facebook, I started off at 93% abnormal. I've been developing over the years. I was going to put 100% horse meat, but I thought, nay, I don't want to get my head in trouble. You know, I'd rather just gallop into it, you know. See what I've done there, Jeff? I was a beaut.
I didn't get that.
Hey? Right, so 100% abnormal. I'm proud to be abnormal because I've been in sales for a number of years and my identity to being in sales has changed over that time. When I first started, I was ashamed about being in sales. I didn't really get it, and I was kind of like that when I told my friends. I've actually realised I am a sales professional, and I'm proud of my industry. I think there are two things that we all rely on. A loud voice, in case the microphone goes down. The clothes that you wear, the food that you eat, and the bricks that build your house come on the back of a wagon journey. So be respectful to lorry drivers, they deserve a lot of respect. And so do salespeople, because you had to buy that stuff in the first place, so there had to be a negotiation and a sale happen. Okay? What's the oldest profession? Anyone tell me?
Politics.
Politics. The oldest profession in the world. It begins with P. Somebody said prostitution. Prostitution or politics, both controversial subjects. I'm both trying to shag you up that wall. Anyway, got to be careful, we're on video. Prostitution, is it the oldest profession? Because for the act of sex to have taken place, what had to happen first? Some sort of sale, some sort of negotiation. What had to happen first? Probably some sort of marketing. I'm going to have to show you your wares a little bit before you want to buy. So there's a couple of things that actually come before prostitution. Okay? So my approach to sales is an educational approach. I'm very passionate about people investing into themselves because a doctor invests into how he does things. He is a professional. But a salesperson tends to wheel spin into the car park and go, oh, hi, geezer, yeah, I just come to... And he's on the phone to his mate and he's smoking a fag and all that sort of stuff. And then finally, he comes into the room and he says, hello, it's Adam Brooks, I'd like to talk to you about your telephones. By which point the director's already made his decision because you parked in his spot and wheel span all the gravel out. Okay? So it's how you behave and it's how you invest in how you behave. So what are we going to talk about today, which are these little voices? I'm going to get you off your bums as well. I want it to be interactive. So hands up who's got children. Fantastic. Hands up who's married. Cool. Then you're all in sales. Right? Kim, bloody good sale, mate. Fair play to you. A little bit about learning first, before we go into anything else. Okay? I don't think there's going to be a fire alarm, so if any loud noises happen, then please just run quickly out there and I'll probably be in front of you. But I want to take you through a little bit about learning and participation. I'm going to get you to put your hands up every now and again and get involved, because the more you get involved, the more you agitate yourself, the more the chemicals go around your body, and therefore the more you retain the information. So I'm quite an enthusiast when it comes to psychology. So a little bit about learning. Who can tell me the difference between the left brain and the right brain? Anyone ever heard of the left brain, right brain? Yes, Eric.
Logical and then the other one's creative.
Logical and creative, absolutely. So, anyone ever done the left brain, right brain exercise? Yes? Good, we're going to do it again. Right. Anybody suffer with arthritis? Yes. Cool. Just, you guide yourself on this, all right? That's the public health warning. But everybody up on your feet. And what I'd like you to do is, in your pairs, I'd like you to turn around and just pair up with somebody. And in your pairs, I'd like you to choose who's going to be A and who's going to be person number B. You guys, thank you very much. And when you've had a go at that, hopefully you feel a little bit confused at the moment. If you've had a go at it, turn around and swap. Some people in the world that are more cross-wired, some people more left brain and right brain that are functioning together. We know more about the brain in the last 30 years through the different technologies that are available and stuff like that than we've ever known before. And if there's any doctors or neurologists or psychologists in the room, feel free to chip in and help me out. But I'm going to give you Adam Brooks' crude version of psychology today because we've only got 45 minutes. Okay? So, women tend to be more left brain and right brain combined than men. They also listen to their stomach brain more. We actually have 3 brains, some say 4 Kim, but you know, we don't always think with our biggest, do we? But men have, women have a real intuition where they go in the stomach and the heart and make their decisions, and men go into caveman logic. And when they cut their head off and they cut their body off, they kind of really struggle making decisions because your logic brain kicks in third. It should figure stuff out from the decisions that you've already made in here. So the learning that we're going through today and the way that I do it is kind of mostly on flip chart and a guide on the screen. And I want your participation. I want to have a bit of fun. And there isn't a sales pitch. Okay? This is an educational seminar. If you want to come and see us about sales pitch, come and talk to us on the stand after it, because we're passionate about the education in business. Right? So, let's have a look. Where are we? Who can tell me what this stands for? BHAG. Who's a audacious goal? I always write it down. Have you ever set yourself in life or in business a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal? Has anybody ever set one of those? You might have called it that before. You ever set yourself big targets and big goals that you've gone for? Yeah? Who's achieved them? Who hasn't? Yeah. Still there. Still there. It's still there. Good. Still working on it. Fantastic. Hopefully you're investing in that development as well. So we set ourselves targets and we set ourselves goals. Okay? And there are some things that hold us back. Some things we're aware of, some things we're not. And I'm going to get up and draw on the flip chart in a moment to kind of make this a bit more interactive. But before I do, I'd like to just take 2 minutes to write down your top 3 goals for this month. 95% of me was going away from what I thought I wanted. Does this make sense to anybody? Does this relate to any of the goals that you may have set yourself in the past? You set yourself a conscious goal, and then subconsciously you ambush yourself all the time. You allow other people to ambush yourself with their influences. So, look to the brain a little bit. How do we train the brain to think and act differently? It's absolutely key, guys. What you tell yourself, what you allow other people to, what the information you allow in. And this last one, which is my favourite one, and a lot of people don't always like this because it's a little bit of a mirror, and as a coach I hold the mirror to people every single day. What you choose to allow in and what you choose to retain, you have control of. So you can get below the line and start blaming, victim and denying and all that sort of stuff, where you step above it and take accountability and ownership for your results. You choose what you allow in and you choose what you retain. Therefore you can choose to change your belief structure. Hands up if you used to believe in Father Christmas. Public warning, another one, number 2, he isn't real. Now we got that out, right? I normally get some tears, normally men as well. How did that affect your behaviours leading up to Christmas? The week before Christmas, how did you behave when you believed Father Christmas was real? You used to do your bedroom, you used to do everything Mum said, because if you didn't, what would happen? If you didn't go to bed on time, if you weren't asleep Christmas Eve nice and early, what wouldn't happen? Santa wouldn't come. Magellan, I talked about this in the last workshop I did. Magellan. Anyone knows who Magellan is, what Magellan did? First person to circumnavigate the earth. Before then, we believed the world was flat. We got that far, we're going to drop off the edge. He proved it. It took him a few years to come back, by the way. You know? But he proved it. But what did that do to our belief structure overnight? Hundreds of people set sail from everywhere and discovered the new worlds and brought all these wonders back to us because their belief structure had changed. So what you choose to retain will form your beliefs. There's a session I did in business, for me, and in life. Okay? Hands up who drives at the moment. Yeah? Fantastic. Who has a sat-nav? Fantastic. Who gets in their car and just thinks, I'm going to drive somewhere? Yeah? A lot less hands. Most of the time now we get in a car because it's a tool, it's a function, we get in there. What's the first thing we do if we're going to a destination? We fire up the sat-nav. Does anybody know where you buy maps these days? You fire up the sat-nav, what do? You pop in the postcode. Fantastic. Once you pop in the postcode, it gives you the address, then you pop on it, and then you just drive on what? Autopilot. Absolutely autopilot. Anyone remember the steps of learning? Unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, unconscious competence. Yeah? Is this new? Has anyone not seen this before? Okay, cool. It's a learning process. We all learn in different ways, but this is a learning process. Learning to drive is one of the classic examples. You don't know what you don't know. And as you start, so you're unconscious and you're incompetent, and after a period of time you start to realise, oh, the accelerator, the clutch, and the mirrors, and you go into meltdown, but you start becoming conscious, incompetent. And after a period of time of doing it, you become consciously competent. And then you get to a stage where you're driving down the M42, you're on the phone to a big client, you've just got off the M1, you're coming back from Bradford, you're heading back to Swansea, and this is me, by the way, this used to be my life. I was heading down the M42, and the next thing I go, shit, I'm in Ross. Last sign I remember seeing was the NEC. I've just driven from the NEC to Ross on Wye. I've got onto 2 different motorways, and I don't really recall any of that. That's pretty dangerous stuff. That's autopilot. And I guarantee you'll be going on autopilot in your business, right? So setting your sat-nav is something you do as standard in your car, correct? Who can tell me what this is? Raz. Anybody ever heard of this phrase before? I'd love to see you in Worcester to see what your thoughts are and how you've improved on those goals. Okay. My name's Adam Brooks, I'm 100% abnormal, I'm very, very proud to be. Thank you for listening, and if I did swear, I apologise. Any questions? Any questions at all? Quick summary on the actual set effective goals. Remember those sensory drivers, remember your visual, your auditory, your kinesthetics. Remember the conscious, subconscious, 5% and 95%. How you get things into your long-term memory. You can train your brain, it's not just a DS game. Okay? So, a reminder for anyone who's in business and in sales. Okay? These are some sales statistics for you. I shared at my last workshop, and the feedback for it was quite amazing. It'd be interesting for you to ask yourself where you are on those sales stats. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. However, when somebody says to us, no, would you like a service? No. Do you want a shag? No. Is it anything to do with the way you ask? Very probably. Is it to do with the fact that they've had a very bad day and they run the cat over, and in the process of running the cat over, they panic shop forward and ran the grandmother over, and you just phoned them and said, do you want to buy mobile phones? It ends in off, basically. So we don't accept the first no. We carry on through. Has anybody heard Go for No? The guys who, Jack and the guys at the back of it. Go for No. Very, very powerful principle. Very, very simple book. But they talk about a concept which, yes is the destination, no is how you get there. A lot of people go to success, looking for success, and they reach failure and they think, success has got to be in the other direction, I'm going to go the other way. Now just keep going, guys, because it's just past where you were. Okay? Fantastic. That's my contact details. I look forward to seeing you in Worcester. Come have a chat afterwards if you've got any questions. By all means, feel free.